everyone. Each week I will make a prediction for you based on the general energy into which the largest and most significant star in the universe, our Sun, will enter. Every week the Sun resides between 5 to 6 days in the energy of each gene key, or the other word for it, gate. I will tell you what is the meaning of this energy and how people will use it in the above week. The video also includes a short meditation with positive statements that will help you rise to a higher energy frequency of the dominant energy that week. The information in each video is based on human design, GENEKEYS, and of course on my personal experience. Enjoy! So this week it's going to happen between the 15th of September until the 20th. Sun will enter the 6th gate, the gate of friction and conflict. This energy comes from the emotional center, the most powerful engine in the map. All the qualities of the emotional gates are within the energy of this gate. Hence, it is one of the most emotionally powerful gates. It is important here to learn how to control the flow of emotions. This gate is like a border guard that controls when we are open and when we are close to intimacy. Intimacy with others is both sexual relationship and emotional openness. Intimacy here is usually very selective. This energy also controls who has access to our inner circle of communication and who does not. Growth cannot exist without friction. The birth of something or someone new cannot exist without friction. One of the most common fears here is the fear of being intimate with others. Let someone know you too closely, too well. When a gate is in emotional system, it has no clarity as to who is right for him and who is not at the right moment. It's something that comes after a time, and the more time, the better. But modern world has no time. People rush into intimacy with others only to be disappointed. People can be the victim of their feelings or try to project emotions onto others so that they become their victim. There are many issues of shame, guilt, and sacrifice in this energy. Sometimes there is false diplomacy and the suppression of emotions, all in order to avoid conflicts. Sometimes the opposite, aggression through the deliberate creation of conflicts. It is important to take responsibility for our feelings, to be honest with ourselves and the environment. This energy affects our relationships with others and not just with close people. It is the power that expressed in the polarity in life. Man versus woman, religion versus woman, religion versus science, etc. Because this energy represents the pH acidity in the body, it needs a constant investment of resources to maintain balance. But every system in the body has a different balance. For example, the stomach needs acidity to digest better. But of course, it is on a more refined level. At the global level, the greatest conflict or friction is between the genders. Sex and war intersect on a very deep level. Throughout history, wars started because of women and ended because of them as well. Sexual attraction can cause trouble if you do not make sure that there is something beyond the physical, shallow attraction. Sometimes this energy creates barriers where there should not be, which creates walls of protection. So people around the world will use this energy in three main ways. The first group are people that are too much diplomatic and hypocritical and too attentive to others and suppress their own feelings. They have desire to maintain peace at all costs. These people will completely compromise on themselves in order to maintain control over their emotional environment. This is the protective pattern of over-attention. And these are the people who love to bring pleasure to others despite what they want. Such people will adopt any behavior that will lead to a false peace. The overly attentive nature is fundamentally false, which means it will provoke unconscious distrust of others. Too much false worrying about others cannot be tactless nature, and this will lead to relationship problems. Second group are tactless people themselves, who fail to control their emotional responses that become inappropriate for the situation. These are people who can cause conflicts for no good reason, just for fun. Their reactions are based on a negative emotional outlet. They fail to take responsibility for their moods and their emotional reactions. Their most common defense is to erupt and then escape. These people assume that the problem is always in another, a kind of childish mentality that does not admit to its mistakes. The third group are the minority in the population, who take full responsibility for their emotional world. They do not afraid of conflict. They do not afraid of conflict because they know that sometimes a good argument can be very helpful and give you insights about a lot of stuff. There is no ideal relationship without arguments and frictions. Friction can lead to progress, and depending on the relationship or severance, one way or another, it is in your favor all the time. So just taking full responsibility for our emotions can really break challenging patterns in our characters. It is important to be diplomatic but not excessively, to know when a constructive debate and conflict is needed and when it should be avoided. Should be open to intimacy, not afraid of it, and know who to share and when in our emotional world without fear of the consequences. In addition, they are the ones who can learn about their emotional boundaries and explain them to others diplomatically to avoid unnecessarily conflict. If you want to be able to move from a first or second group to the third one, I have prepared for you important statements to support the process and also so that you can express this energy in its most positive aspect. To internalize the positive statement, I invite you to close your eyes and just listen to each statement and feel how it resonates in your ears and inside your head. After you close your eyes, start taking deep breaths. With each breath, you feel that every cell and compartment in your body begins to release tension. And repeat the following sentences in your heart. Intimacy creates deeper and more reliable relationships. I can direct my passion to a creative place instead of arguments. I have the ability to balance my emotional world, and it is my full responsibility. Without friction, there is no creation. Every progress requires truth, and truth can create the friction required for progress. I attract people who deserve my openness. All the above sentences will contribute to directing the emotional world to creation rather than destruction. Thanks for watching and listening. For another interesting and insightful videos like that, please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to put a thumbs up if you like it as a recognition to my efforts. Thanks you all.